Hello, once again, Amazing Blue fans. As always, like, share, subscribe. Let's just get into it. So, the season's pretty much over. We just got to wait for the bowl game. Michigan will play Florida again. I don't know why they always match us up with them. It's just kind of stupid, but it is what it is. It's basically an exhibition game, so hopefully we can get a win though and be 11-2 on the season. Something that's only been done like 2 other times. But I'll do a video for that game when it gets closer to the actual game time. But we got like a month in between. But just wanted to talk about some points about Michigan and what's been going on a little bit. So we got Urban. Urban retires. Urban's gonna retire when this season finishes after the bowl game of the Rose Bowl. I think they're in. So, and I've heard a lot of Michigan fans and stuff like that saying, "Oh man, we never got to beat Urban or whatever." Me personally, I don't care. He's gone. That's a good thing. I don't. Some people are on this, oh, we want to beat the best and all that type of stuff. We haven't beat them consistently enough for me to want to even care about that. I just want to win. I just want to beat them. I don't care if Urban Meyer's the coach. I don't care if Nick Saban's the coach. I don't care if I don't care who the coach is. I don't care if I just don't care. I don't care who the coach is. Bill Belichick, whoever's coaching them, I don't care. Like, people I want it to be. I just want to win. I don't care if it's Urban or whoever. It don't matter. But the fact that he's gone, yes, I'm happy. Dude is probably the second best college coach right now. One of the top recruiters. And unlike Harbaugh, he will adjust his game plans and things to expose defenses. Harbaugh doesn't do that. And he's learning that he needs to, but he still doesn't do it consistently, at least. We've seen it with them. And this is just smart. This is just good coaching. You go from last year with JT Barrett, who he could throw here and there, but he was mostly running the ball. He was a runner. He was like a running back that could throw. And then you go to this year with a pocket passer that is thrown for almost 5,000 yards. He's got like 4,500 yards on the year. He might get to 5,000. That's a huge difference. But that's knowing your players. But, he's gone. I don't care about beating Urban. I want to be at Ohio State. I don't care about beating Urban. Urban gone now. After this game, he'll be gone. I'm just worried about beating Ohio State consistently. And that brings me on to my next topic with the OSU. Harbaugh has to take this game seriously. OSU has to be taken seriously like they take us seriously. But when I got to thinking to myself about like how they say OSU at the end of each practice, they practice plays to run against Michigan. And I was just thinking, OSU doesn't really have any rivals besides Michigan. If you go on Michigan, like if you were to just Google Michigan, you're going to see 4 rivalry games. Michigan State, Minnesota, Notre Dame, and Ohio State. Those 4. Minnesota, I know people are like Minnesota, but that goes back a long time. They play for the Little Brown Jug. If you play for a trophy, it's a rivalry. That's just dead on that. Because when the other team has that trophy or whatever you're playing for, it's bragging rights for the year, basically. Just like with OSU, they brag for the whole year when they beat us or whatever. Notre Dame, we all know that. But if you look deeper, I mean, we got those 4 rivalries. Michigan State with the Paul Bunyan Trophy, but if you look the way things are going, Penn State it's becoming a rivalry. We spanked them 2 years ago. They spanked us last year. We spanked them this year. They're gonna be pissed next year when we play them. But my point is that OSU doesn't have rivals like that. Like Michigan State isn't really a rival to them or anything. I'd actually probably have to Google them and see who it says their rivals are. Because honestly, besides us, I don't know any for them. Like they don't have any rivals. So as far as like rivalry games and things like that they have to be ready for, they don't have them like we do. And then we just added the Notre Dame game back this year. So that's just another one. So like we don't get it easy. Like nothing is easy for Michigan as far as anything right now. But Urban leaving definitely does help. But as far as that goes, I know Rashawn's going pro. He's not going to play in the bowl game. We know we got Chase leaving. He's a senior. Brandon Watson, he's a senior. He'll be leaving after he got destroyed in the OSU game, but I don't blame him. I blame Don Brown. And Devin Bush is a Big Ten Player of the Year, and I think he might be a top 3 finalist for the college football Defensive Player of the Year. I'm not exactly sure, but I think so. He's not decided. He hasn't decided if he's going pro yet. So we will see. I don't think the corners are going pro. Honestly, I don't think they are. But that's just what's going on right now. Like, there really isn't much to say. But as far as coaching, I think McElwain got a head coaching job. Pap Hamilton is still there. I was honestly hoping that Harbaugh would have hired Kingsbury, Texas Tech's coach, to be the offensive coordinator, but I don't know what Harbaugh's doing. He let him go to USC, so he'll be USC's offensive coordinator. So their passing game will probably be elite after a year or two under him, but Harbaugh needs to get out of this 5 yards in the cloud of dust. It's played out. Like, honestly, if you're gonna be a running team like that and you just want to run it, start getting quarterbacks that can do that. So we have an extra man. You're almost playing 11 on 12, having to deal with that quarterback that's a real running threat. I'm talking about like a Jalen Hurts. Dudes like that. Dudes that are real runners with the ball. Joe Milton probably will. By the time Joe Milton starts, he's going to be a beast. Hopefully by the time Joe starts, he's something like Vince Young. That's saying a lot, but hopefully his peak, hopefully his ceiling is around Vince Young. We can only hope that, because Vince Young was unstoppable by the time he was a junior. He was unstoppable. So hopefully that's Joe Milton's ceiling. But if you're gonna run it, you gotta incorporate the quarterback and start getting quarterbacks that can run like that. Because just trying to run Higdon and these smaller backs, I know we got some big backs that should be studs coming in, but I'm just saying, if you're gonna do that, you got to do it. Just change the whole offense around that running and everything, you know. But I'd love to see us go spread and throw the ball around. Like, I would love to see us do what OSU did with throwing the ball. But Jim plays it so conservative to the vest, and he doesn't want to relinquish the reins of the offense to anybody. That's why Jed Fish, like I've said before, that's why he left. So Harbaugh's going, if he's going to hire a coordinator, it's going to be a yes man that's going to do whatever he tells him to do and things like that. He's not going to have real say about what the offensive game plan is, and you know what I mean? So I would love to see Jim. Honestly, I would love to see Harbaugh just become a CEO type head coach where he doesn't he doesn't mess with the defense. He doesn't really mess with the offense too much. I mean, you can have an input, but don't overpower the OC, and just watch over the team. And you're the head coach, but you're not exactly over defense or offense. You give like minimal input because his game plans are usually horrible when we play a good team. It's just honest. Like, his game plans are usually horrible because this is college. It's wide open. Like a lot of these dudes on most of these teams we play, they're not gonna make the pros. So you don't have to be so cautious with the ball because you're not playing dudes that are pros and they're gonna make something. Like they're just college players. So they're going to make mistakes. They're not going to, when you throw a long ball, they're not going to turn around and see where the ball is. Things like that. So I just like to see that. Now, Chris Carter, a Buckeye, is saying, watch out for Jim Harbaugh to go to the NFL, to the Packers. We deal with this every year. Harbaugh's leaving. Harbaugh's going to leave Michigan. Oh, the NFL is calling Jim Harbaugh back and all this. Of course they're going to want him. Just because the team is interested doesn't mean that Harbaugh is interested. I mean, it's just, there's nothing else to really say. Just because every year we deal with this. When the Colts needed a head coach, oh, Jim Harbaugh's gonna reunite with Andrew Luck. And what these people don't understand, and why we're not worried, if Jim Harbaugh leaves Michigan without setting it right and getting a championship or at least getting in the playoff, he's going to be hated in Michigan. And I was telling my boy this earlier. He was, Harbaugh's going to the Packers. I'm like, no, he's not. Because Harbaugh grew up in Michigan. Harbaugh's father coached at Michigan. Like, this dude grew up in Ann Arbor. That's where the college is. Ann Arbor, Michigan. He'll be hated in Michigan. He won't be able to go back to Ann Arbor because fans are ruthless, basically. So Jim's not going to leave Michigan like that. He'll be hated. Imagine being hated in your state. Like, whenever you go back to your state, you're pretty much hated. That's how it would be. So all this Harbaugh talk, he's going to do this and that. This is Harbaugh's dream job. It comes with a lot, but coaching somewhere where you grew up, your dad coached, you played for him, that's a dream job. Like, people don't, and it's always funny to me because people say this stuff and they don't understand everything that Harbaugh has ties to Michigan. Like, the ties and the roots are deeper than him just playing there. Like, he grew up in Ann Arbor. Like, he stayed there. His father was at Michigan. So it's big for him. It's not something simple like, oh, he just coaches there. He's going to do what Urban Meyer does. No, it's deeper than that for him. So I try to let people know that it's deeper than that because people just speculate. And Chris Carter wants to talk. Don't try to make us lose our coach and try to spread rumors because y'all lost y'all coach. Say that, Buckeye. Don't try to, Jim Harbaugh, look for him to go to no. And this is another thing. When a coach is getting ready to leave or is going to leave, he doesn't put all his efforts in recruiting. He doesn't, because the players know all those players are going to decommit, half of them, because the coach is leaving. Harbaugh has been at it hard recruiting all year. So just on that fact, just like Urban in Ohio State, they haven't been, Urban wasn't recruiting hard this year because he knew he was going to leave. So that's all I got for today. Nothing much, just a few little topics that I've been seeing on my Facebook feed and in the news and stuff like that. So Wants to talk a little Michigan, I can always talk Michigan. But as always, like, share, subscribe. Go Blue.